Hello and welcome to Startup Spotlight, a brand new show on the Asia Tech Journal wherein we will bring you a new story of successful startups, inspiring founders, business leaders, and all of that on Asia Tech Journal in itself. I am Shuja, and with me this week is Ujjwal Asthana, co-founder of Zymrat, an innovation-led performance brand which is dedicated to creating world-class athleisure products. If you're wondering what is athleisure, what does it mean? It is basically casual, comfortable clothing designed to be suitable both for exercise and everyday wear. So let me welcome Ujjwal to this conversation. Ujjwal, thank you so much for being with us and taking out time to speak with us.
Thanks a lot, Suja. Always happy to come back to Asia Tech Journal and kind of speak with you guys.
Thank you. So let me ask you this. I understand before venturing into this apparel marketing business, you hardly had any background of it. I mean, we know you as a programmer, a tech guy. How did this happen and why?
True that. And I think both Ankita and I believe that, strongly believe that that's our biggest moat, that not coming from the fashion and textile background, because it just doesn't allow us to cut any corners when it comes to making high quality products. But yeah, to give a brief, of course, I have always been a tech guy. I'm still a tech guy. I handle all the technology bit in the company and had a very successful stint in my previous company where we used to help enterprises and startups from across the world in their technology stack, writing enterprise solutions and SaaS and so on and so forth. But on the way, along with the success, a lot of weight gain also came, and one fine day stepped into the gym and never looked back. And the kind of profound impact fitness as an activity had on me, just could never detach myself from the industry and the community at large. And in the community, we found out these two burning problems. And I'm taking the liberty of using the word burning here because I'm from the community and I know that these problems that we're solving are very, very large. Problems of not being able to find the most high quality products in India, having to pay extremely high prices for the showroom products and so on. And that's how Zymrat happened, from our pain points to solve this problem of high quality products for the community at large in the entire country.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wonderful. But what about the athleisure market? Not a lot of people know about it that well, still at least in this part of the world. Yeah. Worldwide, it is certainly competitive, I'm sure. And you sort of have been the pioneers of this product and its marketing in India, if I may say so. How do you see its future? How is the trend going, particularly in the post-COVID scenario in India?
I think athleisure and activewear, Suja, has been the fastest growing category within the category of apparel worldwide. And that too in India, it's growing at a staggering almost 14 to 15% CAGR, which is per annum growth rate, right? And that combined with how fast our e-commerce online penetration has been growing, especially after COVID, it just makes the entire category a force to reckon with, right? Especially after COVID, the whole exposure for the health, being fit, taking care of yourself is, of course, that mindset has come into people's life a lot more than how it was pre-COVID. And that has done nothing but given brands like us in the fitness categories a much needed tailwind to kind of move faster, grow faster as well. The market by itself, I mean, it's a very large market. I mean, based on certain reports, it's pegged as almost more than 50-60,000 crore, combining the shoes, the products, apparel, and of course, accessories as well. Apparel makes the biggest percentage, followed by shoe and the accessories, and fairly and largely dominated by some of the international brands that we have all come to know and admire of in the last 10-15 years, and they all do a significantly large revenue, have been growing consistently. But what we observed when we started Zymrat was that there was no competition for them from Indian brands perspective, at least in terms of quality of the products. So no cons in saying that this is one of the fastest growing market and the best market to be in right now. And it's, along with Zymrat, there are many more brands in India who are making great attempts and kind of challenging some of the insurgents like international brands in the category currently.
Okay, I was just reading up somewhere that you, by you I mean Zymrat, is introducing or has already introduced an exclusive technology called Supervent, apparently solving the issue that most of us face, airflow, in the activewear category. What is it? Tell me. It sounded very interesting to me.
Yeah. So Shuja, I mean, we always have led the entire company with innovation first, technology first, and most importantly, problem-solving approach, right? So, and how these problems come to be within the team, within the company, is by talking to all the experts and the community members that we regularly interact with. And in one of the recent interactions, not very recent, I would say rather almost an year ago, with some of the coaches that we work with, they kind of were complaining, right? How some of the shots that are available readily in the market, and even from Zymrat, in the last 2.5 years, are not solving the problem of airflow to the extent that they want. What I essentially mean is, when you wear a typical regular short, and if you're sweating very heavily, because the airflow is limited, the short or the fabric gets wet and it sticks to your skin. Now imagine you running a long distance or doing a heavy squat in the gym, and the fabric going in between your butt cheeks and sticking to some so uncomfortable position, right? That's how we came up with this solution. So we evaluated a bunch of fabrics from across the world, talked to our vendors who we kind of have on exclusive partnerships and NDAs, and developed this exclusive fabric, which I'm also wearing right now. Now, what this does is it has a 3D knitted vents, which allows the air to flow closer to your skin, right? So because it has that structure going like, on and off and on off, it allows the air to flow closer to your skin, and thereby never allows the fabric to stick to your skin. And that's how we call it, Supervent, because the permeability of the air is much higher and gives a lot of comfort. I mean, one of the favorite products of consumers right now at Zymrat.
Very interesting. I'm sure that is something that is going to solve, one of the biggest problems that most of us face while, working out or running, particularly the climate and the environment that we live in these days. Anyway, moving on, I also wanted to ask you, I mean, you have created an interesting D2C apparel brand. In general, what is your take on the future of apparel industry? Is D2C going to be going to dominate the way forward? Not just with athleisure and general apparel brand industry.
Absolutely, right. So, I mean, what we also learned, I think, and much larger, the entire community of D2C founders must also be learning this, is the fact that direct to consumer, while we've all defined it in a way saying that, it's only our website. And even today, like, Zymrat sells or does most of its, not most actually, 100% of its revenue from its own website. We drive traffic, do conversions, and that's how we kind of earn money. But as we've grown into the industry, as we've matured as founders, as companies, and I would say for the entire community, what we have started to realize and learn, Shuja, is the fact that D2C is just the kind of mindset and the model that we've adopted, that we go direct to consumers and give our products, high quality products directly to them and learn about them, what their behavior is. Now, this does not necessarily have to get restricted to the website alone, right? It can happen through marketplaces. It can happen through offline models, as long as the mindset of consumer first, approach is intact in the company, right? So I would say D2C is very, very fast evolving to going beyond, to the brands going beyond their websites, like us as well. Like, we are actively speaking to marketplaces. So far, I mean, the products have done very, very well on the website, and some of the marketplaces have been really in touch with us to kind of take the products to their platforms as well. And we strongly believe that the more channels we are able to tap into, the more scale, the more people will be able to kind of reach, and they will be able to access Zymrat products. So going forward, what we, our mindset is, or our thought process is the fact that D2C is here to stay. And when I say D2C, again, do not mean the website alone. I mean, D2C as a mindset, as an approach where consumer is always put first, is here to stay. And that is because the kind of experience people have had with D2C brands, whether it's Zymrat or whether it's in any other category, the amount of convenience we give to them with customizations or with really, really specific products, niche problem solving approach, that's something that typically do not get in a traditional model. And that's why, I mean, D2C is the future, man.
Okay. Before I let you go, I need to ask you this. You look very fit, and rightly so. What is your advice going to be to so many people who are watching it, even people like us, who want to, go out and, slog, but are still not able to lose a lot of weight?
So, to be very, very frank, Zymrat has kind of had all of us at the team really, really pinned down to our desk, right? So the level of fitness, which was 1 year ago, may not be similar today. But yeah, of course, all of us at Zymrat including all the team members, me, Ankita. We just kind of try and find whatever time in the day possible. For me, it's always early morning, whatever time, even if it's once a week, I just go and try to do some kind of activity, just changes the whole mood for the day. And so is the thing that I have also seen other team members in Zymrat as well doing, right? So it's just about finding, I mean, what my advice would be to not really focus on, or let's say pay too much attention to how long you're working out or doing activity. Even if it's like 10 minutes of stretching at home, or like quick 15 minutes run, or 20 minutes lifting session in the gym, just go and do it. It'll just change the entire day for good.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ujjwal, for joining us today. It was a wonderful conversation. I hope to have more of these with you, and all the best to all of you, including your team. Hope to see you again sometime soon. That was it from us, and it's a wrap. See you next week with another interesting story, interesting person, and a successful venture, or an inspiring founder. Till then, do log on to Asia Tech Journal. Keep watching for news and updates in the world of startups, innovation, funding, and technology. Thank you.